Here is a voicemail left on our voicemail number. That number is 219-2-DAVID-P. You can call anytime you want, really, whenever you want. It is again about vaccines and masks. Vaccines and masks. Let's take a listen.
Hello, David. My name is Ivan, and I want you to know that I have like COVID vaccine, and that I still wear a mask, and I'm a big fan of your show. So thank you. Bye.
That's great. You know what? Last week we talked about how I got a couple of angry emails from saying, David, are you an anti-masker? You sound disgusted with masks. When you say, when the CDC guidelines changed, I stopped wearing my mask outside. No, it's very strange how when the CDC guidelines were wear a mask here, there, I was doing it and I said, I'm following CDC guidelines and I'm a team player. And then when the CDC guidelines changed, I still was saying I'm following CDC guidelines and doing what the CDC recommends. And a whole bunch of people got mad at me and they said, David, no, you should still wear a mask everywhere all the time. I think it's great that some people who are vaccinated are still wearing masks and everybody should assess their risk. Just the other day, even though masks are no longer required in just about any business, I went to a grocery store and the sign on the door said, we are still asking people to wear masks. And I went inside and 99% of the shoppers had masks. So I put my mask on. And to be honest, part of it is because oftentimes at grocery stores, like one person will recognize me from the show. The last thing I want is to be the one person in the grocery store not wearing a mask. I'm sure the masks will drop off in grocery stores soon. I know in some parts of the country they already have, in the Northeast, not quite yet. And then I'll stop wearing the mask. But I think the great thing about the mask culture that now exists is hopefully I've heard people being attacked for wearing a mask in the South, but hopefully in most of the country, if people determine that based on their risk level or their particular health situation or whatever, they want to continue wearing a mask, that's great. They should do it. And they shouldn't be made fun of. They shouldn't be attacked or whatever the case may be. That I think that is a great thing. And as I've said before, if during flu season, we go back to, hey, you know what? When you go to a grocery store and you're around 100 people during flu season, maybe you wear a mask. Maybe we do masks during flu season indoors in crowded places. That doesn't seem crazy to me. But no, I am no anti-masker. I don't see any reason to wear one outdoors, and I've stopped doing it. I'm fully vaccinated. I've stopped wearing it indoors in some places. I was at a cafe over the weekend. Nobody was wearing masks and I wasn't either. And that felt fine. And it's fine to wear masks like I continue doing in grocery stores because that's what everybody's doing. To each their own. The masks are a good thing, particularly when we are unvaccinated and we are slowly going back to the way things were before. We have a great bonus show for you today. Get instant access by becoming a member at joinpakman.com. I'll see you then.